we got to work with each other pretty closely on set. Was there anything about me that you were very attracted to? I might have changed that. It's anything about me that surprised you.
How attracted I was to them. I'd say how giving he is on set. You know, I've made a lot of movies with a lot of big actors, and it takes time. You know what it's like when you start making movies. All of a sudden one day you're like, oh, am I the lead of this thing? Am I supposed to be doing certain, you know, because it's easy to stay in your lane. But then sometimes, you know, you work on certain films where you watch the lead behave in a way where you're like, man, this guy's really, he's quarterbacking this thing. And that's like the grown-up approach to filmmaking.
Breach! Someone took Nick. We're gonna find him.
I'm bringing in Jack O'Malley. He's probably the best tracker in the world.
Not only are you a great energy on set, you'll chat with anyone, you're always friendly, you work hard when you're, like when you show up and you're ready to work. But he does this thing on movie sets. At the end of the week, the crew will all put in, you know, $5, $10 in this little bucket. They get raffle tickets. It's called $5 Friday. Someone draws a name at the end of the day, and they win a couple $1,000. Good way to keep morale up. And DJ would splash the pot in ways that no other actor can keep up with. Because, you know, as actors, they're like, I'll splash the pot. I'll put in a chunk of change here. I'm not in the running for it. But just a way to say thank you to the crew each week. I'm not exaggerating. I don't want to, like, throw numbers around. He was like, what's the pot? You know, $5,000? How about, it's called 20. You know, and everyone's like, ah! So he picks a name, and someone's going crazy, and he's like, should we do it again? How about 40? And everyone's like, oh! I'm not exaggerating. The number got up big, and he pulled out, you know, 5 or 6 names. So the crew is just so excited to work for DJ, and he works just as hard back for them.
Thank you, man. Well, I love that. Well, you feel the same way. I know our fellow actors do. Our crew is the backbone of
they're everything.
Business, so you want to take care of them.
Yeah. This collaboration marks our first time on screen together.
And last.
What was your first impression of me besides my devastatingly good looks?
Wow, was that the
That's
question?
there. Why
did
people,
you add that?
guys?
No.
Come on.
People.
We don't have to include it.
I get it.
I'll lose that last
Two
part.
sexiest men alive. My first impression of you was you are exactly as advertised as I heard, which was a great guy. And I had heard that, you know, in our world of Hollywood and entertainment, it's a global industry, but also it's very small and intimate in a way. And you know, your reputation travels pretty fast. And especially, I think, when you reach his level of I'll embarrass him a little bit, of fame and influence in our business. And I always heard that he was a really great guy. And you're lucky in your career if you get a shot at making a Christmas movie. So I was fingers crossed. I wanted everything to go about as well as we could make it. And you know, the other side of the coin here in this with Chris was just really phenomenal. And so when I first met him, just like that, we got along, and then we get in these scenes together, and we didn't have a lot of rehearsal time, and we went into it, and we were just rocking and rolling right away. And I was really impressed by his, not only his talent, but his ability to be nimble and change direction and listen. And our characters came together. They didn't like each other.
I work alone. You used to. I'm not gonna like you. I can tell right away. Out of everyone here, I like you the least.
And we were combustible, and we went like that, and it became chemical, and we made a good one. Oh, this is a good one. Chris, since getting married, have you and your wife started any new holiday traditions together?
Well, so far we've only had one Christmas. This will be our second Christmas together as a married couple, and so we're gonna have to do the pinball. As much as I love Christmas in Massachusetts with snow, you know, she has her own traditions in Portugal. So we're going to start doing the pinballing back and forth. And I'm excited to see what they have in store. Yeah. You know what I mean?
What about this Christmas? Where are you guys going to be?
Well, this Christmas, actually, we're going to do it back in Massachusetts. We have a very busy schedule going on. She's about to start something in January. I'm doing something right now in Greece. So just the amount of travel that we have, we're doing one more here in Massachusetts, and then we'll start over there. We just got a place out there.
Great,
so
man.
we're excited to kind of set up some new fresh tracks in the snow.
Nice.
Yeah. What are your go-to holiday traditions, and do you have a favorite side dish that's a must with your Christmas Day meal?
My favorite Christmas traditions, just getting the family together, having everybody together. not working. You know, we've been in those positions before where you'd have to work sometimes on Christmas Day. So just having everybody together, that's the thing. And favorite side dish with the meal would have to be
Tequila.
Would be tequila.
Tequila.
Because you know.
Because it goes with
He
everything.
lives in my mind. It would be tequila.
Dwayne, how do you and your family celebrate the holidays? Are there any special traditions that you and your wife have created with your kids, besides tequila shots?
But all of kids too. Come on, kids.
Come on, guys. It's Christmas.
Are you sure, Daddy? What we have started doing is we stay up late on Christmas Eve. Not too late. But,
Cute.
yeah, we stay up late. The kids can't sleep.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough to try and force them to bed when
Yeah.
they can't. I'm like, all right, let's stay up. We'll watch a Christmas movie, and then they'll pass out, and then we'll all get ready for Santa. And that's the exciting part, man. Yeah.
fun,
And then
man.
what we'll do is we'll leave out the cookies that they made
Yeah.
and their notes, and you also got to leave out the oats and the carrots
the
and things like
carrots
that
for
for
the
all the
reindeer.
reindeer as they're coming.
What a time to be alive.
Yes.
Yeah, it goes by too fast. What do they say? Youth is wasted on the young. Like, man, I want to go back.
Right? All right, well, this is good. This will lead into what we just talked about, leads into
Great.
this question, which I think is great. You play a dad in the film. Is there a family tradition that you're going to want to pass on to your children one day?
Yeah, big time. So, one of the things that we did, I'm one of 4, and we are all very tight knit. We're all very close in age. So, we would all sleep in the same room on Christmas Eve. So, you know, we would do letters to Santa. You know, you get in your pajamas, you got Johnny Mathis playing in the house, the tree's been decorated, you write the letters to Santa, and then we would kind of pick whose room, you know, I guess my brother and I shared a room, but usually that'd be the room we'd bring our sleeping bags into. We'd all sleep on the floor. We'd bring this old, one of those old portable TV VCR combos
Yeah,
that
the
weigh
combos.
5,000 pounds for some reason. And you bring it into the room and you pick a Christmas movie, usually Rudolph or one of those, what are they, Bankin' and Ras? Is that
Like the
right?
claymation ones.
Yeah. Man, those were good.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just try to force yourself to sleep. But the act of all sleeping in the same room was such a fun thing. And
So
such
when
a
you guys
special
have
memory.
kids, that's what you're going to
That's what I hope, that my kids will enjoy each other's company as much as me and my siblings did, that we want to spend every second of Christmas Eve together right up until you fall asleep. One thing we have in common is that we both held the title of People's Sexiest Man Alive. What's your advice for the next guy taking the Sexiest Man Alive crown?
Good luck following us.
Yeah, I just wrap it up. Just
Wrap it up, wrap
You
it
know
up,
what I
buddy.
mean? You're only ever going to be second.
This is in perpetuity. We never give up the title. My advice would be, and I'm sure it's yours too as well, which is, you know, dude, have fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
And you're lucky.
Live it up. It all goes by too quick. You're going to wake up one day and just going to have these crow's feet that are just there permanently. And, man, it's all downhill after People's Sexiest Man Alive.
That's
That's
it.
what I've learned.
You're going to wake up and go, they chose him?
With the new year around the corner, are there any goals you hope to conquer in 2025?
Yeah, I have a feeling that things are going to get really loud and noisy and at times negative. And I'd like to, goal for 2025 is to do our best to look past that and see the good in stuff, because there's a lot of good stuff out there.
Yeah.
And that's what I try and teach, you know, our babies,
That's well said.
you know?
Find the commonality.
All right, here we go. Last question. How about you? Is there anything you're manifesting or working towards that you want to accomplish in 2025?
You know, I'm a big, I always feel like I'm lacking hobbies, you know, because when you're a kid, acting is your hobby, but then acting becomes your job. And when your hobby becomes your job, there's a void. There's something missing. You need things in your life that aren't for work, that aren't for, you know, income. It's just for you. And I'd like it to be something new. You know what I mean? I've been saying
Like,
yoga.
what is that? Do you have a sense of
for
it? Like
years.
yoga?
Well, I always wish I was a little more. I play the piano, and I really, every time I watch someone drumming, I'm like, nah, that's cool.
Wow.
I just got to do it. I just got to pick up some sticks and start doing it. But yeah, maybe a few more instruments. My wife's an incredible artist, so she was going to get into painting. Maybe I'll try and piggyback on that until I realize how much better she is than me, and then I'll quit and say it's stupid.
When are you going to make your musical anthem? Like, when is that? Because I don't know if you guys know this. But he's
mean,
crazy talented musically.
I'm waiting to do a musical, an
Yeah.
actual musical film. You know, I want to sing.
manifest
I wanna
that, man.
Dance. That is what I mean. That's tough though, you know, because that's something you got to do right. You only get so many bites at that apple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think either one of us can ever do another Christmas movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
Unless it's a sequel.